All right, so today we're going to look at algebraic fractions, and we're going to do some adding and subtracting of algebraic fractions. And when we add and subtract fractions, guys, there's a rule. We have to use the fraction rules of adding and subtraction in our algebraic function that we have. So normally when we add a fraction, what's the rule that we have? We need to have the same denominator. Once we have the same denominator, okay, we can add or subtract. Okay, or subtract. Without having the same denominator, we can't do the addition or subtraction until we make the denominators the same. So let's start with something that's simple, and then we'll go to something that's that has a different denominator, and we'll try to make that even, and then we can do the operation. All right, so example, let's have x over 6 plus 2x over 6. All right, as the rule that we have for fraction, guys, we have the same denominator in this case. So the denominator is actually the bottom numbers. That's what we call the denominator. So in this case, they're both even. So we can add the top numbers or the top variables. So in this case, we're going to have 3x over 6. So that's, in a way, the correct answer. But there's something we can do to that fraction. All right. So we can simplify, and we can write our answer as 1 over 2x or x over 2 as an answer. Let's do another example, guys. So let's do 2x over 5 plus 2x over 5. Okay. Again, we check the denominators. They're the same. So we can leave the denominator as it is. And we add the top numbers, which is the numerators. So in this case, 2x plus 2x is going to be 4x. Yep. And 4x over 5 is our answer. All right. So what happens if we have different denominators? Let's do a question that has a different denominator. And let's go 2a over 3 plus a over 4. All right, so we need to make sure we have the same denominators on both of the fractions. So the way we do that, guys, there's a multiple way of doing this, but I'm going to show you a way that I like to use, and then I can maybe show you another way of doing it. So the way we do it is we need to make the denominator the same. So we get the denominator on the second fraction and we put it underneath the first, and we get the number or the denominator on the first fraction and we write it underneath the second fraction. And then we multiply across that number at the bottom with the fraction itself. You've probably done this before, okay? And you've probably done a different method. I'll show you both, depending on which method you want to go ahead with. So we've got 4 times 2a is going to be 8a over 4 times 3 is 12, plus 3 times a is 3a over 3 times 4 is 12. Now we have the denominators the same, which means we can add these fractions. We'll leave the denominator as it is because we don't add that. We just leave it as it is. We add the top numbers, the numerators. 8a plus 3a is 11a. So that's one way of doing this. All right.